Okay, are you a beginner runner trying to get into running? Is 2025 the year that you will become a runner? Maybe you tried running before, but you couldn't make it stick. Let me tell you about the simplest, most powerful habit that can completely transform your fitness, your health, and even your mindset. Just 20 minutes a day, that's it. I'll show you exactly how this small change can lead to incredible progress. But why should you listen to me? When I went for my first run, I didn't even make it 400 meters and I had to walk back to my house. And now I'm running 100-kilometer races and marathons. And so if I can do it, you can do it. I'm a firm believer that if you can run for 1 minute, you can run for 5 minutes. And if you can run for 5 minutes, you can run for 5K. And if you can run for 5K, you can run for a marathon. It's just a matter of training. This isn't just theory. I've worked with so many runners, so many beginners that couldn't even run for 1 minute when they started. And this approach was a game changer for them. It keeps you consistent, it helps build your endurance, and unlocks results that you previously didn't think possible. So let's break it down. Number 1, the power of 20 minutes. All I want you to do is to commit to 20 minutes per day that is going to help your physical fitness, your physiological self, your heart and lungs are going to get stronger, and your mental well-being, and you'll see that very, very quickly. 20 minutes is all you're going to commit to. And on day 1, you're just going to run, walk for 20 minutes. So if that looks like 10 times 1 minute with 60 seconds walking in between, that is your starting point, and that's great. The second day is always walking. So 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, you're going to be walking. Running for a period of time, walking for a period of time. The in-between days, the Tuesday, the Thursday, and the Saturday, you're just going to be walking. You're letting your body recover so that then you can run, walk the next day. Now, this is not about racing. It's not about you trying to go from those 1 minute running intervals to 2 minutes, to 3 minutes, to 5 minutes without stopping. It's not about that. It's more to do with you getting out there and installing the habit of you waking up first thing in the morning and getting that installed as a habit that you do on a daily basis, whether you're walking or just walking. You are then the type of person who gets up in the morning and gets it done. That is extremely powerful. And what that habit will do is not only compound over time so that you can do way more in the future, it also changes the way that you look at yourself. It changes your identity. Number 2, set yourself up for success. Make this happen first thing in the morning before anything else can get in the way, before your life gets in the way, your family, your career, your business. Do this first thing in the morning. So you're literally waking up, you've got your kit out, laid out the night before so that you're looking at that. As soon as you wake up, you're then hydrating so your body is freshened up, woke up, and then you're out the door. And it's installing that habit again and getting something done. Very, very convenient first thing in the morning, because if you leave this till later on in the day, you're going to get dragged into a meeting. You're going to get called onto a Zoom call, and all of a sudden it gets pushed back, and then you're tired, you're getting home, you've got other things to do with your life, and it doesn't get done. Don't break the chain. Make this happen every single day, and the best way to do that is to do it first thing in the morning. What you're also going to get from that is if you do that first thing in the morning on an empty stomach before breakfast, you've been fasting all night. And so you're teaching your body to burn fat as a primary fuel source instead of glycogen, instead of carbohydrate, so that you're turning your body into a fat burning machine. And then you're going to see those physical improvements much quicker, and that's going to get you into a positive flywheel. The quicker you see those results, the physical benefits, changes in the body shape, then the physiological benefits, the improvements, stronger heart, stronger lungs, and the mental benefits and how that crosses into the rest of your life. As soon as you see all those benefits, you're not going to want to break the chain anyway. That's going to be much easier for you to continue that habit. Number 3, and this is just a thing, it's physiological. I'd say that's 20% of it. Mental, for me, is 80% of running. And it's what that does for you the rest of your life that really hits home for me. How I treat relationships and friendships, how I am with my colleagues after I've been with a run, and I know that I've ticked that physical improvement, that physiological fitness improvement first thing in the morning. I'm a different person. I'm a much better version of myself if I've done that first thing in the morning. So you feel mentally empowered. You're going to have achieved something before most other people have woken up. And at the same time, you're getting those physical adaptations. You're starting to see a different reflection in the mirror. Number 4, the magic of progression. Now, once we've implemented that habit and we've started to see that 4 to 6 to 8 weeks have passed, we're still doing it, we're still getting up, we're still getting it done, what we should see is we're covering more ground within that period of 20 minutes. Run, walking, we're covering more ground. Perhaps you can run a little bit longer than those 1-minute reps or 2-minute reps that we started with. And now all of a sudden you're wondering where the progression can come from. That can come in the form of you doing, let's say, 25 minutes. Could come in the form of you splitting up the 20-minute less. So instead of doing 10 times 1 minute with 1 minute walking in between, you're doing 5 times 2 minutes with a minute walking in between, or 6 times or 7 times 2 minutes. And that's all starting to move you forward. It's building your endurance, it's improving you aerobically, whilst at the same time, you've got that habit working for you, so you're improving physically too. Another progression might be that you want to stay on those 10 times 1 minute and you want to keep it 20 minutes because that's all you've got time for in the morning. Then as a progression, you might want to try to run those quicker. So you're starting to move over the ground a little bit faster and become efficient at doing that. It feels great to push yourself first thing in the morning. And initially you will feel that in the first couple of weeks because if you've not ran for a long time, maybe since school, this is going to be you physically exerting yourself. Once you get to a point after 3 or 4 weeks, it might start to feel easier, and that's when to go further or when to go faster. Be careful here, and this is when a lot of people come unstuck. Remember that your cardiovascular system and your muscles are going to adapt and grow stronger faster than your tendons and ligaments. So proceed here with caution, and just remember that wanting to do too much too soon is likely to get you into trouble. And so what I like to do is give that 4, 6, 8 weeks, depending on how you're feeling at that stage. Now, if you've come from a background where you've done a lot of sport very recently, and now you're changing into running, you might not have to be that cautious at that point, but it's always good to be safe. Number 5, when I started running, I quickly realized that I wanted to be a better version of myself. And what that meant is I was running a lot, I was making the progressions, I was in the gym, creating a run specific body, more power and strength where it needed for the running. And then all of a sudden, my friends started to change, my friend circle started to change. And having that commonality with new friends of, okay, let's try and get better at running, that really helped. So I'd absolutely suggest that you join your local running club. And if you're in the UK or Europe or America or Australia, it's very easy to find your local running club. And what that's going to do for you is put you in contact with a lot of people with much more experience than you, much more knowledge about running, and that will help improve your game too. Ironically, when you decide to change your life and make that much more healthy living, much more to do with fitness and sport, it can often be a lonely place, especially if your previous life looked way different. Because all of a sudden you're out there on your own running, a lot of that training is alone and therefore brilliant for you mentally. But rest assured, when you make this transition, and it might take a few weeks or months, when you're on the other side, all of a sudden, a lot of the people you're in contact with, you have way more in common with. If you got something from this video, if it resonated with you, look at my other videos about getting into running for the first time. There's plenty in there that will help you guide you through the different runs, recovery runs, easy runs, longer runs when you get onto them, and also faster running, interval training. And if you want to get into running and bring a buddy into running as well, please share this video with them.